Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act just passed the Senate. It's massive, it's controversial, and it could affect almost every American, from Medicaid to food stamps, student loans to electric vehicles, tax cuts for seniors to tax hikes on elite universities. Whether you're rich, poor, young, old, a parent, or just buying a car, this bill touches you. Let's break it down before moving forward. Subscribe. It's free. And make sure to like. Senate Republicans passed the bill with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the tie-making vote, but it's not law yet. The House and Senate need to reconcile their versions, and Trump wants it on his desk by July 4th. It extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, funds his border wall, and slashes federal aid for healthcare and food assistance. Work requirements are back. If you're between 19 and 64 and on Medicaid, you may now need to work 80 hours a month, volunteer, or attend school. Even parents of teens must comply. New co-pays up to $35.00. Less funding for states and more paperwork could lead to 12 million people losing coverage by 2034, according to the CBO. SNAP eligibility tightens with new work rules for older adults, veterans, and even some homeless individuals. States now have to co-fund the program, likely leading to reduced benefits. The cap on SNAP growth could hurt local economies, especially in rural grocery stores. Premium subsidies will be harder to get, auto-enrollment disappears, and verification requirements increase. Millions may lose coverage. Obamacare is under major pressure. Hospitals say Medicaid cuts could cause closures, especially in rural areas, which affects everyone. Grocery stores could see less revenue from food stamp reductions. The economic ripple will be widespread. States are left to cover the funding shortfall. That could mean cuts to education or infrastructure or local tax hikes. Limits on hospital taxation add further strain. This bill extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, lower rates, and a doubled standard deduction stay. The average household sees $2,900.00 in relief, but since many benefits are already in place, most won't notice. Wealthier families benefit more than poorer ones. From 2025 to 2028, seniors get a $6,000.00 bump in their standard deduction, though it phases out for higher incomes. But cuts to long-term care and dental may cancel out gains for low-income seniors. Graduate loan caps, stricter parent loan limits, reduced deferments, and rollback of forgiveness programs are coming. Repayment plans will also be streamlined but less generous. Endowment taxes will rise significantly for elite schools with large reserves. Harvard, Yale, Stanford, and others are in the crosshairs. Buy an American gas-powered car and deduct $10,000.00 in loan interest. Want an EV? The $7,500.00 credit disappears in September, 3 years early. The child tax credit rises to $2,200.00 and eligibility expands. But Medicaid and SNAP rules mean that if your kids are over 14, you'll need to work to keep those benefits. Each baby born 2025-2028 receives $1,000.00 in a new Trump account, with parents able to contribute $5,000.00 annually. Funds grow until age 18, deduct up to $25,000.00 in tips, and $12,500.00 in overtime from taxable income, but only through 2028 and only for lower earners. Tax credits for solar and wind now end in 2027, accelerating the phase-out and pressuring the clean energy industry. Fewer non-citizens, including some refugees and trafficking victims, can access benefits. Fees for asylum, work permits, and TPS increase. The top 20% of earners get 60% of tax benefits, while the poorest get barely $150.00. Budget experts say many low-income families will see a net loss. Thousands of millionaires were collecting unemployment. This bill puts an end to that loophole. He's blasting Republicans over EV credit cuts and mounting debt. He claims the bill damages innovation and America's future competitiveness. The bill adds $3.3 trillion 0 cents to the deficit, raises the debt ceiling by $5 trillion 0 cents, and could increase interest rates, making loans more expensive across the board. Trump's wall gets $46.5 billion 0 cents, and ICE gets $45 billion 0 cents for detention facilities. It's the funding Trump lacked in his first term. Corporate tax loopholes remain, earmarks return. Fiscal regulations are left untouched. Mental health funding, disaster relief, housing aid, public transit, education, and telehealth all face cuts. The IRS sees reduced enforcement power. Gig workers and environmental oversight lose support. Funding for veterans' health care and support programs remains flat despite inflation, potentially reducing the real value of services and slowing response times. Grants for tribal health, education, and housing are cut by over 30%, sparking outcry from tribal leaders and prompting fears of rising poverty on reservations. Provisions allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices are delayed until 2030. Keeping prescription costs high for millions of seniors and low-income patients. Pell Grant amounts are frozen at current levels for the next 5 years, despite rising tuition costs, making college less affordable for many low-income students. Billions in foreign aid, including humanitarian and climate funding, are cut or redirected, drawing criticism from international allies and human rights groups. Federal grants for rural internet expansion are eliminated, potentially leaving millions without access to affordable high-speed internet. Funding for NOAA and NASA climate programs is reduced, delaying data collection critical for weather prediction and climate change monitoring. This isn't just a tax bill, it's a fundamental reshaping of American priorities. More money flows to the top while critical services are scaled back. It's a bill full of winners and losers with long-term consequences. What side are you on? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned.